Welcome in JEWELLERY classes, a premier sales training institute in West Bengal and in Kolkata. We are running for a decades this sales training institute. The most thing we observed in that time period that the clients, that means those are having a problem in sales in their company, the clients calls us and asks, sir, do you have the expertise salesperson? Do you have the experienced salesman we want to hire? Do you can provide us the salesman from your institute? I just give you some example that this is a totally wrong positions and thinking that you are hiring a salesman or salesperson as a raw. It couldn't be possible and your sales growth never been grow up. Why? The reason is first, everywhere as it is in 21st century we require the specialization. We need also a specializations in our sales training program. That means in a sense we need something specialized and they will be, that means your salesman to be very expertise and they very experienced and they much specialized in your product. Let me explain it is how. The first thing, very first thing, that do you believe that a person who is very capable to sales and he is a very experienced salesman in FMCG sector or in real estate sector, might be in insurance sector or in banking sector. A guy who is very expertise in real estate, he cannot perform well in insurance. A man who is good enough in sales in FMCG, he cannot be good enough in telecom, because every industry have their own specifications, own ideology, and merely I can say that they need some module, they need some planning, they need some designing to grow up yourselves. For that, I clear you that if you want to grow up yourselves, you need a salesperson. Those are very trained. In a way of trained, I'll let you explain. If you think that your product, whatever XY you want to sell to the market, for that, what you look for first, I need the salesman. You called us. Hello, sir, do you have a salesman? We will give you a salesman from the market. It's a raw salesperson. You think salesperson will go and they will just start to convince and speak about your products. Is this enough? Then you are wrong in your orientations of sales. Sales means need to understand the customer behavior, your customer psychology, and your product, how it is react to the people who are your customer and how they will be convinced by your salesman. And for this thing you need some training, because you think you just hire a 3-4 salesman from the market, you give an advertisement in a newspaper and you hire up some salesperson and you give him a target that 1 lakh, 5 lakh, 10 lakh, 50 lakh you need to sell per month. I will give you that much of incentive and that much of salary. So you will start to work on the product and work for us, and they will also start to selling the product. Whatever your basic salary, if I take the 15,000 you are offering monthly basis to your salesperson, what they will do? They will try to sell and you will say that's a 3 months your training period. So you have already been invested 45,000, because 15,000 your monthly salary, you are given a 45,000 one employee. But at the end of the day, you can see that he will be able to sell only merely 5 lakhs or 2 lakhs. So your 45,000 go to waste. You forget about the incentive. But do you think that 45,000 you have given someone and he is given just 2-3 lakh sales is enough for you? How and why it has happened? Just because of your salesman is not trained. Your salesman is totally ignorant about the customer behavior. Your salesman doesn't know how to react to the psychology of the customer. You don't know even that how it can be possible that grow your sales. So in that course, if you spend a 45,000 and you are getting a big zero result, if you give a thing some ask to us, that your guys will come to us and they will start to make a business we will take your input also. That means what is your prerogative, what is your specialization, how you want to be specific your product, and we will groom up your salesperson according to the consumer behavior, customer psychology, and with their mentality. That's because the conviction, faith, this only in sales. And if you can convince others, then only your sales will grow up. So if your salesperson be very specialized with your product knowledge and you with your product, and they if trained properly means the first whatever the input you will give it to us, we will first give it to the R&D department, that is our research and development department. Will start on work on it, and they will give us a planning, and on that planning we will start making a program, and on that program you can input your review and review, and that basis on we will start our module, and that module will goes to you for the rechecking. If you satisfied that yes, this is the thing I want to you, so I will input and inject in your salesperson, and once it will, you just get a finished good. That means your salesperson being very specialized for you, they can only sell your product, they will not go to anywhere else in the world, they can sell anything others, and they must be loyal to you, and they will give you the 100%, because we learned them that you don't work for the company, you don't work for your company or your salary, you work for yourself, you work for your development, your progress and your achievement. So they will be boosted up, they will get the motivation from us, and they will target about not about the sales, they will target about their future. And once you will get a motivated, enthusiastic, finished salesperson, they will give you 100%, and your sales growth will grow up to the 100%. That is the wrong thing. We did it in ourselves. That we hire a raw guys and ask them to sell this. How they will sell? Without being a proper strategy, without knowing a knowledge, without thinking about the customer psychology and the customer behavior, we never been able to do this thing. So for this thing, we are here to help you, sir. Sir, trust us. Once you give me a 5 people of your salesperson, I take care. I will give you the specialization thing, and I will mold them, I will train them according to you. Once whatever they have said in a last month, I assure you after the training, they will give you the double up, because you have spent a lot of money on the advertisement, marketing, everywhere. You want to grow up your sales, because you know that the only sales can give you the survive. You can survive if your sales is strong. You can stay, you can compete if your sales is good. So only sales is the parameters, or everything in this world. If your sales is good, you are good, and your product is good, your company is good, your income is good. And for this thing you will spend a lot of money, but the money you are wasting just because of those person will go to sales, they are not being very trained. They needs a training, they needs a proper training with the strategy, planning, module, designing, and to be enthusiastic with the convictions of your product, and they have to believe by themselves that yes, we are selling a goods which is the most best in the market. So once your salesperson groomed up in that way, and they will get the motivation, only then you can develop your sales. And if you think I can have the raw material, raw guys from the market, and they will develop up your sales, you are wrong in your thinking. You can think twice. Once you give us, you test us, you give us the task that sir, this is our product, this is our input, you make it program, you design it, you module it, you train my guys, I am sending the guys to you, and then after whatever in 3 months you are spending the 45,000 on giving the salary, you give me the 10% to me, 10% to me, and you see the result, how it grows up your sales, how boost your sales. If you want, you can test for the 5 guys. I reassure you that we will cultivate first your customer behavior, your customer psychology, and according to the index of your product specification, we will give the specialization course to that guys, that they will give you a certain result, because they will charge up They are convicted about what they are now doing, and they are being very specialized on that way. So I hope you can understand, you can test us, and you check it out that what we are going to perform for you. Please communicate with us. Have a good day.